Welcome back to the Million Dollar Landscaper Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Mulchan, and today we're going to be diving into something that can make a huge difference in your landscaping business in a very short period of time, and that's your Google business profile. Now, we see so many landscapers out there that rely, on either word of mouth or just their website alone. But if you're doing this, you're really leaving money on the table. That's why today we're diving into the Google business profile. And I will go as far as saying your Google business profile is more important than your website. Yes, I'm saying it. Your Google business profile is more important than your website. Now, I'm not saying the website is not important, but I'm going to say the Google is more. Now, through our testing and through our services, we have seen landscapers increase their leads by 490%. You didn't hear that wrong, 490% in just a month by making some simple changes that we're going to go over some today in their Google business profile. So make sure you grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and jot down these notes. Now, if you guys need some help with this and you don't have the money to pay for the services that come and do it, pay somebody like myself to come and do it, we do have an upcoming workshop that's happening March 20th, where we're going to dive into this whole topic way deeper. We're going to give you some tools to help you create the updates, how to get reviews, and it's going to be a live recording, so you're going to be able to hop in, ask questions. The best part about it is you're going to have the recording for life. So if you don't get to, take all the notes and you're trying to do all this stuff, you can watch this live and go through it step by step and get your Google business profile, set up properly, optimized, so you have a awesome season. So if you're interested in it, again, it's March 20th at 6 p.m. You can head over to milliondollarlandscaper.com/G, B as in boy, P as in Paul, workshop, GBP workshop. So it's milliondollarlandscaper.com/GBP workshop. Get signed up today. It's only $77. I guarantee it's going to be worth it. If you don't find it worth it, we're going to get your money back. That's how important it is. We did it a couple times last year. Everybody loved it. It is definitely well worth your time and effort to get in this. And I guarantee, guys, you start doing this, you can see those results like we had, the 490% increase just by doing some of these simple things we share with you here. So let's dive in. We're going to get started with some of the basics of the Google business profile. Now, you may have heard this called Google My Business. That's what it used to be formerly called. I don't remember exactly when, maybe a year or two ago, they changed the name from Google My Business to Google Business Profile. So you'll see people talk about this. Either way, it is still the same thing, but Google Business Profile. So why do we need to worry about it? Why is it so important? Well, this is where customers are looking for you. They are going into Google, which 85% of searches happen on Google. They're going into Google, they're typing in landscaper near me, irrigation specialist, or irrigation near me, sprinklers near me, whatever, and they're searching for you there. And the first thing comes up right in the middle is called the Google Maps pack. You'll have Google as a top, you'll have the map pack right below it. But right smack dab in the middle where people are looking, they see the picture, their eyes are going to naturally get drawn there. And you'll see 3 different companies there. That is a Google Map pack. That is where you want to be. That is your ultimate goal. There's a button you can click below that to get listed on more. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but there are stats that says if you're not the top 3, you probably don't get selected. And it dramatically drops, the lower you are on that list. So we want to be in those 3 things. So this is why it's so important to pay attention to today's conversation and to get in that workshop. But if you're not listed on there and your profile is not optimized, you're really missing out on a ton of leads. So make sure you listen to all this. The second part, it's 100% free. You don't have to pay for the Google business profile. You just have to go in there, sign up for it, and it works for you 24/7. We see that many people don't even know that there's an update section that's kind of like social media posts where you can share information. You can share pictures on there. You can share your services. You can even answer questions on there. There's FAQ right inside that. They're always changing and updating different features, and honestly varies across the country. But those are the main features that are available to you. And if you're not taking advantage of those and doing stuff on there, you're probably missing out. And the one thing we have found through our helping people, the more active you are inside there, the higher you're going to get pushed up in rankings. Meaning you go in there every couple days, you start adding more things to it. You add a couple posts per week, there are updates per week. You add a couple of photos per week, your rankings start going up. And I've even seen where people have had less reviews than a competitor, and they're outranking them just because of the activity. So Google rewards the activity. So I encourage you, get in there, do that. Unlike Facebook and Instagram, you get rewarded here and they push you up higher in ranking. So the other thing with Google Business Profile, it can help your website get ranked higher. And what I mean by this is when you start sharing your website, you start doing these updates and you share a link to your website, Google likes seeing that interaction between the two and likes seeing you link here and here, and it creates all kinds of backlinks and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to dive into the technical side of it, but it has been shown that it helps you get your website ranked higher because you're sharing back and forth. And I've seen it personally. So it is very, very important. So again, if you don't have this set up, you're missing out. You're not helping your website. So get this set up, you work the websites together. It's going to definitely be a huge, huge help for your business. Now, how do we go about getting this all set up? Now, the very first thing is you have to have a profile. You have to have an account set up. It's very simple to go in there, get set up. You just sign in through your Gmail account and you start, listing it all out. The toughest part about it is the verification process. And if you're not verified, it's very hard to get seen inside there. You're only limited what you can actually do in there. So it is very important for you to get this verified. It used to be simple back in the day. They send you a postcard to your business, you put the code in, and you're good to go. They had some phone calls, they had some texting, but most of the time it's video verification process. And if you guys need help with that, we do have a guide for you. You can head over to milliondollarlandscaper.com/GBP guide. And it will take you through step by step from where to go, what to click, how to set it all up step by step, because this is going to be necessary for you to do. And the video verification process, like I said, it's kind of difficult. We walk you through a step by step on what to say, where to point your camera at. Like it's legit. Like you have to point your camera at the street signs, just point your camera at your truck, walk in your office, show some documents, show like you have a legit business. And if you don't do this, you're probably not going to get past that video verification process or you'll get denied. So make sure you grab that guide. It's milliondollarlandscaper.com/GBP guide. It's free. Go grab it. It'll take you through step by step if you don't have it verified. But again, that is the very first thing you need to do. And I honestly recommend you do that if you decide to join us for our workshop on March 20th. Go get verified first. It'll make it much easier to go through the rest of the process that we have to go through in that workshop.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You know you want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper podcast.
Want to grow your business and get more customers fast? Then it's time to talk about pay-per-click advertising from Green Frog Web Design. With PPC, your business can appear right at the top of the search results, putting you in front of the customers who are already looking for your services. Whether it's landscaping, home improvement, or retail, Green Frog's expert team will create targeted, high-performing ad campaigns that deliver real results. No wasting money, no guessing games, just more leads and more sales. And the best part, Green Frog handles everything for you, from keyword research to ad design to optimization, so you can focus on what you do best, running your business. If you're ready to leap ahead of your competition, visit greenfrogwebdesign.com today or just click the link in the bio. Start driving traffic, generating leads, and growing your business like never before.
The second thing, once you have it verified, we need to choose the right categories in there. And what I mean by this is inside Google, when you start setting it all up, they're going to ask you basically what types of services do you offer? What's your main category? And this is always a tough one for people. But the main category is like your main thing you do in your business. So, if you do lawn care, you do landscaping, you do irrigation, what's the main thing in your business? What's the main source of income? Is it lawn care? Is it landscaping? You need to pick one and put it inside there as your primary category. You can have other categories below that, but we need to pick one in there. And little bonus tip here is you can actually change that primary category based on the season. So what I mean by this is springtime. Okay, you need to get more lawn care leads, I should say, and so you can go in there and put lawn care. During the winter or the summertime, you need more landscaping lead. Put landscaper as your primary category. In the wintertime, you need more snow plowing leads. Put snow plowing in there and move down landscaping. You can change it during the season to help you get found for whatever you're looking for. That's a little bonus tip there. Many people don't know about that. You can switch them. Doesn't hurt your rankings anywhere, but it does help you get found for whatever that keyword is for that time. The next thing we need to have inside that Google Business Profile is a winning business description. In that description, obviously, we're going to be talking about yourself, what makes you different. If you have multiple locations, your service areas, what types of services you actually offer. It's also a great place to put some keywords in there for landscape, like landscaping services in Hobart, Indiana, lawn care in Hobart, Indiana, Crown Point, Indiana, wherever you're at, kind of list those things out. Google likes seeing those keywords in there. So that's a pretty important factor to have in there. It's not the highest thing, but it's pretty important to have in there. The next thing is to start adding photos into your Google Business Profile. Not just any photos. These need to be high quality photos of finished products, not just of you raking the lawn up or half done wall or something like this. These need to be finished products. We need to look at it from the customer's eyes. Remember, when they're coming to Google, they're looking to hire somebody at that time. They're in the buying mindset and they don't want to see a half finished project. They're not sure what's going on. Are they tearing it down? Are they putting it up? What's going on? We want to see finished products, whether it's stripes on the lawn because it looks really nice, or a finished mulch job, a nice retaining wall, patio, whatever it is, and it needs to look really nice. We need to add really nice quality photos on there. You can also have pictures of your team working. You can have before and after images. They should need to be on the same picture, not one before or one after, because they can't tell the difference. We need to share them side by side. Could be pictures of your truck, pictures of your crew. Your logo should be on there. Really nice cover photo, and a cover photo should be a really nice project you're proud of. Something that's an outdoor kitchen, patio, whatever. Something that looks really nice. Nice mulch job, shrubs are all pruned up. Not the hoses laying in there, dirt on the sidewalk. It needs to be a really nice photo in there. The other little bonus tip with those photos is if you are uploading them from your computer, have in there that this is, the title, the name of it, instead of being like DJI 1234 or image.1234, it needs to be, landscaping in Hobart, Indiana, or water feature in Crown Point, Indiana, whatever it is, we want to have that in there. Now you do have the option of going in to your phone and Google My Business. I'm sorry, not Google My Business. It used to be a Google Business app, but it's now your Google Maps, and you can go in there and put the pictures directly on from that. So you go in your Google Maps app, upload or sign in through your business, and you can share the pictures right from there. And there's all kinds of studies out there now that are saying, they've been out for a while, I should say, but saying, if you work in a neighboring town, you want to take pictures there because the coordinates all get put in that photo. It's going to let Google know that you work in this area, not just the area that you have the address for your business. So it is a good idea to do that in different areas that you service. A little bonus tip there. The next thing is getting Google reviews. Google reviews are so important. We all know this, but we need to be asking for Google reviews. Builds that trust for that customer. If they're not familiar with you, not sure who they should go with, if they see a landscaper that has 100 some reviews, 100, 5-star reviews, and you only have 10, well, who are they more likely going to call? They're going to call the company that has more reviews, just because the quantity, they see that this person has more reviews, they must be doing better. Doesn't mean it's true, but if you're not asking for reviews, you need to be. That's one thing we go over in that workshop. We dive into what to say, or how to ask it from the customer. We give you idea on a business card to give to that customer to get more reviews. We give you all the scripts and everything in there because it is so important. The other side of that, to those reviews, you need to be responding to them. You need to be giving, thanking that person and give it, an actual answer to that person. It's definitely helpful. Now, a bonus tip for this is if you do get a bad review and it's a legit review, respond to it and ask, let them know that you'd like to reach out to them, call them up. And you can possibly get them to change their review. So you call that customer up and say, hey, Mrs. Smith, I saw you gave us a bad review. I thought everything looked great. What's going on? Find out what's going on. Maybe you can go resolve that problem. Maybe there was something that she saw later after you left. I don't know. Call them up and then see if you can go take care of it. And if you can take care of it, ask them to change that review. They can go on there and edit it. That's going to help you. Now, if it's a bad review from, a mad employee that was mad at you or something like not a real review, don't respond to it. That is one of the key things. I've been seeing people on the Facebook, wanting to respond to it. Do not respond to it. You can go report it. But once you respond to it first and then try to report it, it's very hard to get removed. Like I hardly ever see it get removed because they think that you're responding because it's something, that a customer said. So you're responding to it so that you acknowledged it. So absolutely do not respond to it. If it's a bad review, go report it. You can probably get it taken off much easier that way. The last couple things here is that you want to add products and services to help you get found in other cities. So, they're called products. You have the categories, but they also have products in there. You have services and products. But products are like, I typically tell people to list out the main services you provide in your landscaping business. So if you do landscaping, you want to type in, have in there landscaping in Crown Point, Indiana, another one for landscaping in Hobart, Indiana, another one for landscaping in Dyer, Indiana, whatever the city is. Have those like couple things for each category. And then you can have another one that says water features in Crown Point, another one, water features in Hobart, another water feature in Dyer, whatever it is. And list those things out. Products are another thing to get found. And it's just a way to differentiate yourself in the Google Business Profile. So people are looking through and this competitor doesn't have that, but you do. They're like, oh, okay. It just makes it look more complete of a profile. The last thing I want to share with you is if you go in your Google Business Profile, you'll see on your name to the right, you'll see a circle. If it's yellow or red, you have things to get completed. You don't have a complete profile, so you need to go in there and make sure everything is complete. If it's green, you're good. Then you just need to go in there and continue to add the photos. The photos, we want to share 3 photos a week, and updates. We want to share at least 2 updates a week as well. Those are what's going to help you get found. And again, the more activity, the more Google is going to reward you by pushing your rankings up. So again, guys, this is so important. I told you earlier about a customer of ours that had a 490% increase. Well, this customer is Joe Marsh from Marsh Professional Lawn Care out of Michigan. He wasn't getting as many calls because his profile was just, it was kind of filled out somewhat. It wasn't all the way complete, didn't have everything in there. We went in there, started updating some of his photos, added the categories, adjusted the categories that were in there so it makes sense. We added the services. We started doing the updates that kind of reflected his service areas, and he started getting found in other areas. And within 1 month, his profile interaction went up 490%, and his profile views increased by 235% just by going and doing these basic things. And this is same thing you guys can do in your business. And the cool thing is all those, the interactions, the views, these lead into real phone calls from real customers that are looking for real jobs. So it is so important for you. Like I said, if you're not doing Google Business Profile and not being active on there all the time, not just like now, not, in the winter time when you have time, all the time. You're going to get rewarded. You're going to start seeing these interactions. You're going to start seeing these more phone calls, just like Joe did. So I encourage you guys to get in there. And again, guys, if you need any help with this, you're not sure how to do this, get in that Google Business Profile Workshop. Again, it's happening March 20th at 6 p.m. It's milliondollarlandscaper.com/GBP. It's $77. It is a super cheap cost. And it definitely can make a huge difference in your business, help you get found in the map pack. It will help your website get, ranked up higher. And again, I see it as important. No, I'm going to say it's more important than your website. So make sure you guys get that Google Business Profile set up. If you need help with this, let me know in the comments. I can send you another guide that kind of walk you through some of the basic stuff. But go sign up for that workshop, guys. It is definitely worth it. It's only $77. You're not going to find it any cheaper than that anywhere else. So I encourage you to get signed up for that. If you guys have any questions about it, let us know on that. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.